Hey, what's up? Mike here at Bass Aliens. Just want to show you the SansAmp Geddy Lee signature rack mount. It's the GED-2112 in this cool blue color. It's super versatile with all the input-output routing options. You can stack it, combine it with other SansAmps or other effects. And of course, there's an effects loop in the back. For starters, it has 3 different inputs, 1 in the front, 2 in the back. It's going to default to the 1 in the front. When that's unplugged, you can switch between the 2 in the back. You get to have 3 different instruments ready.
The front panel offers a drive section and a separate saturation section. The drive offers the EQ and the overdrive amount blended with the dry amount and an independent level output with saturation, a mute button there, and a level control for the deep saturation section.
You have, of course, active EQ with mid, bass, and treble. Those cut or boost, not just like passive, that only do the cutting. And it's got a sweepable or selectable frequency for the mid. And then the blend is to blend how much dry and drive signal that you want to mix there all the way into full wet, you know, half and half, which sounds pretty darn good. In fact, I forgot to mention the button here really is just like, think of it like a mute button, you know, it's active or not. That does not affect the tuner, so you can always shut off everything else. Still have the tuner out, of course.
On the rear panel, you'll find the XLR balanced outputs as well as the 1/4 inch unbalanced outputs, all available with 20 dB cuts for active channels, as well as a dedicated tuner output that does not get muted, and the effects loop send and return, as well as 2 different instrument inputs A and B to switch between to have 2 instruments ready to go at any time.
And then you have your balanced outputs for drive and deep channels, unbalanced for drive and deep. You have the 20 dB cut for active instruments and stuff. And there's an unaffected output, so you can have that route to wherever you'd like. You got this mix 50/50 button selector on your effects loop with your send and return. So you can have that effects return come back 100% if you want, or 50/50 mixed with this tone. And then you have your inputs A and B in the back that we talked about, along with the 20 dB cut for those active instruments. So that completes the back. You also have a ground lift button for that. And what's neat is then you can go straight out from just drive, just from saturation. They both sound great on their own. They're just different. And you could, of course, blend those in a mixer or in recording and stuff like that, or to other gear that eventually gets routed to your amp. But you need a mixer to get both channels on this, or some other way to combine those two if you want to get both channels to like a regular amp that doesn't have like multiple inputs. Very versatile, very cool, very unique. 100% analog, none of this digital stuff, so it's all very quick. Everything responds instantly. It's really got warm sounds with great harmonics on it and everything, so sounds fantastic. Even give you a great manual. These days, that's hard to come by sometimes with everything going digital, but they do show you settings from Geddy at events, or his standard, I should say, and then his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performance. They even recorded his settings there for that. And then these blank templates that before you write in them, I recommend you photocopy this and print out more. And then you can just draw your lines of different sounds you like for different songs or whatnot, or tones that you're trying to achieve. So there's 2 pages of that with the separate saturation section. Of course, it has all the specs and explains probably better than I can all of the different sections and features and how much this can cut or boost. So you can get what I call the full dirty on this by cranking the drive and the saturation all the way up and just get super nasty with this thing if you want. But it has great clean tones, very clean, warm, natural, rich harmonic, clean tones. That's another great feature I love about this thing, because a lot of videos you may not see, everyone just goes into the grit because it's great at it, it sounds awesome, but you don't get to hear all the clean tones in all the YouTube videos, so we try to provide that here. Let's check out some of the clean tones. The active tone controls of bass and treble cut or boost plus or minus 12 dB from the 12 o'clock setting. The bass frequency is 80 Hertz. The treble frequency is 3.2 kilohertz. The mid shift also is a plus or minus, active 12 dB. And the selectable frequencies go from 170 Hertz to 3 kilohertz. So very versatile there. Per the manual, the blend, it says, in most cases, you'll probably have this set at a maximum 100% SansAmp, which is all the way up here. So for certain applications, you may want to adjust the ratio of your direct signal to achieve your desired sound. So although the tube amplifier emulation is cut out when the blend is all the way down at 0, you still have full use of the EQ controls and some really great clean tones that way too. So the EQ on the drive side does not affect the steep side whatsoever. It's just preset to Geddy's preferences for EQ on the deep side. Like all of the Tech 21 NYC products, this is hand built in the USA and comes with a 1-year warranty. I hope you enjoy this video. Give us a like and consider subscribing below to check out more bass gear. We got a lot more coming up soon. We are just getting started. We're gonna do some how to plays so you can learn some of your favorite songs and some really funky bass lines. We're gonna do Theory Thursdays. We got a lot more coming, so stay tuned, consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.